All right, everyone, welcome. This is it, your final showdown in strategic project management. Today, we're diving into blueprint design. Think of this as the final quest you need to complete to truly master this stuff.
So you ready to face the final boss? Because that's what we're doing today. All that training, all those late nights, it all comes down to this. Let's gear up and get into it.
You know, every great adventure, think of any epic story you love. It always starts with a big idea, right? A call to action. For us, in our world, that's the vision or the mandate. It's that first spark that kicks off the entire journey.
And this right here, this is basically our whole adventure laid out from start to finish. It's called the transformational flow. We start with the vision. That's our call to adventure. Then we define the project. We're officially accepting the quest. Step 3 is deliver the capability. That's the journey itself, the hard yards. And finally, my favorite part, realize the benefits, or as I like to call it, claim the treasure.
Okay, so we've got this epic quest, but how do we not, wander off a cliff? We need a map, and not just any map. We need a magic map. That's our blueprint. This thing is going to show us exactly where we're going, that perfect future state. So, what exactly is this blueprint? Well, think of it as a super detailed model of what the organization will look like in the future. It's our target operating model. We're not talking about some vague, fuzzy dream here. This is a crystal clear picture of the to-be state we're aiming for.
And this is probably the most important thing you'll hear today. So listen up. The blueprint is the what, not the how. It's the picture of the treasure island on the map. It is not the step-by-step sailing directions to get there. That's a different tool, and we'll get to it in just a sec.
Now, to read any good map, you need a key, right? A legend. For our blueprint, the legend is this super handy acronym, PODI. Let's break it down. P is for processes, the new ways we're actually going to work. O is for organization, who's doing what, the team structures, all that people stuff. T is for tools and technology, the gear, the software, the shiny new systems. And finally, I is for information, the data, the knowledge, the brains of the operation. PODI. It's how we make sure our map covers everything.
All right, you've been listening, right? Time for a quick pop quiz. Brains on? What does that P in PODI stand for? Go on, lock in your answer. And the answer is A, process. The new ways of working. Did you get it? Awesome. You are totally on the right track. Let's keep this energy going.
Okay, so we've got our map, the what, but we still need the itinerary, right? The actual plan for the how. That, my friends, is the project dossier. Think of it as your complete quest inventory and your travel plan, all rolled into one.
So what's inside this thing? Well, it's got a full list of every single project we need to do to make that blueprint real. It sketches out their outputs, a rough idea of timescales, and what resources they'll need. But crucially, and this is super important, it maps out how all these projects connect to each other. It creates what's called a dependency network.
Ready for another one? Let's go. Pop quiz number 2. Which of these things would you not find in a high-level project dossier? A, B, C, or D? Think high-level outline versus a super detailed plan.
Okay, time's up. The answer is D, key milestones. Why? Because the dossier is the big picture outline. It lists the projects and their costs for sure, but the nitty-gritty details like specific dates and milestones, that stuff lives down in the individual project plans themselves. See the difference? Now, listen, trying to tackle a massive, world-changing quest all in one go, that's just a recipe for disaster. It's like trying to fight the final boss at level 1. Nope. The smart move is to level up in stages. In our world, these stages are called tranches, and they are your secret weapon for conquering huge, scary projects.
So what exactly is a tranche? It's basically a chunk of projects grouped together that delivers a real, noticeable step change in our capabilities. But here's the genius part. The end of every tranche is also a built-in control point. It's a moment where the people in charge can look at everything and say, okay, are we good to go? Do we need to change course? Or do we pull the plug? It's a safety valve.
And this visual just nails it. Look at this. Tranche 1 happens, and bam, we get benefit A. We're already winning. Then Tranche 2 builds on that, and we get benefit B. Then Tranche 3 delivers C. Each one is a self-contained victory. It delivers real value and builds momentum all the way to the finish line.
All right, team, final pop quiz. This is the boss battle. What is the key purpose of using tranches in a strategic project? Read these options carefully. What's the biggest strategic win we get from this staged approach?
And the answer is B. It's all about avoiding the insane risks of a big bang delivery. Seriously, tranches are your secret weapon against the chaos of trying to do everything at once. You manage risk, you show progress, and you start reaping the rewards way sooner.
You know, every great adventure needs a wise guide, right? A Gandalf, a Dumbledore, someone who protects the map and keeps everyone on track. In the world of strategic projects, that person, or group, is the design authority.
And this quote says it all. The design authority is the one responsible for the blueprint for the whole company. They are the guardians of that vision. Their job is to make sure every single project, every single decision, stays true to that future state we so carefully mapped out.
And there you have it, the map, the itinerary, the level up strategy, and the wise guide. You now have the core concepts of blueprint design. The theory part is over. Now, your quest begins. So let's get your brains working and kick off a discussion with these 3 questions. First up, what's the main point of the strategic project plan, and how does it connect to the dossier we talked about? Second, why is it so important that the blueprint is designed side by side with benefits management? And finally, in your own words, how do tranches really help a sponsoring group manage their money and their risk? You all did awesome today. Now, let's hear what you think.